It's time to review Snail Paradise's new blog post, A Closer Look, a blog post that is said to give out a lot more information on the game's development progress and in-game features. First up is a feature called Shell Pass. Let's read what it says here. Shell Pass tiers are unlocked every time you level up in season progression. For example, the first quest could be to like 5 other players. When you do that, you'd be season LVL 1 and unlock tier 1. Shell Pass rewards will vary depending on the season and will often be linked to the season's theme. After reading that, I'm still not sure what Shell Pass is or why it is needed in a game like Snail Paradise. They are planning to have 2 ranking systems, which seems to only complicate things and to me seems unnecessary. I understand what they're trying to achieve though, something similar to Battle Pass on Fortnite, but I can't see it working on a game that isn't a Battle Royale game or similar. I guess I'll have to see how it works on the actual game to get a real idea of what it is and if it's good. Up next is Community Challenges. Essentially, it's a feature where the community on Snail Paradise will come together to complete objectives and receive rewards. It does seem like a good idea, although I imagine it would be difficult to implement such a feature into the game if they haven't done so already, which I don't believe they have, but I will get onto my thoughts later on. Let's talk about the next section. Seasons. As most games nowadays, Snail Paradise will have seasons. These will include new and updated shell passes, new rooms and areas, new minigames, new snail skins, items and outfits, and new features. I'm curious to see how they manage to keep up with this feature. The game only has 3 or 4 rooms. And they were created almost 2 or 3 years ago if I'm not wrong, so it would be interesting to know how long it takes to create a new room and how many of them will be added each season. With such a small team, that isn't paid to my knowledge, they do have a lot of big ideas that I'm unsure that they can actually fulfill. I don't want to come across as pessimistic, I think I'm being realistic. Programming isn't a super exciting and thrilling activity, it's often challenging and requires you to work for someone else unless you're programming your own projects. I don't imagine anyone would work for free for several months on a project that they aren't getting paid for, even if payment was promised at a later date. That just doesn't work out well. Due to the fact that Snail Paradise tweeted out in late 2017 that they are looking for a programmer tells me that they aren't paying their staff. How does this tell me that? Because you can a Unity developer very quickly simply by searching on Google and paying them to work on your game. Anyway, enough of my ranting, let's get on to the gameplay footage. Below the gameplay footage it reads the following. Snail Paradise is finally at a stage where we feel comfortable showing footage to the public, which is why you can see some gameplay above. Okay, I have a lot of questions about this. Firstly, why has it taken almost an entire year to produce footage of one snail moving around 2 areas? To me, it doesn't seem like there is any networking code at all in the game. And if you're a viewer that is not familiar with what networking code is what makes the game multiplayer instead of single player. I have to believe that Snail Paradise is not multiplayer yet, which is quite worrying considering they are said to be opening their game to beta testers in October, which is just 30 days away. I can say now that they will not be doing any beta testing in October if I am correct by saying that they have no multiplayer code. Also, they will definitely not be able to create such complex features such as seasons if they have no multiplayer code already. There are many things that need to be done, such as a chat system, live chat moderation, general bug fixes, level and currency systems and login systems before they can consider doing something so ambitious. And we don't see any evidence of any of that. Also, the Snail Paradise release is December 2018, and this is only an estimate. If I am right and they have no multiplayer code, it will take them at least several months to create without a full-time paid and experienced programmer, which I do not believe they have. I hope I am wrong though. I want their game to finally release so everyone who has waited so long can enjoy it. I wish them the best of luck with their game. Let's see how it goes.